Alright, what's up there, YouTube? This is Valkyria back again, and this time I'm going to be talking about a USP tip that I have developed and mastered, and it's actually probably one of the most important tips you'll ever learn about the USP because this counters lag. That's right, it's countering lag. Now, if you pardon me, I am recording in my room, so unfortunately you will be hearing cars from here and then. But this tip is going to allow you to provide a much faster rate of USP fire even with lag, which if you know by playing Conduit 2, you obviously know that this is a big issue with the game, with the Metal Egg supercharger and whatnot, and all those reasons that people just like you see teleporting people because of all this lag. Now, this will not this tip will not give you the same rate of fire during lag, but if you notice when you play during lag with USP, have you ever noticed that when you're tapping the B button rapidly, the bullets do not come out at a steady rate of fire. Like sometimes you're firing and then it pauses temporarily because you're pressing the button too fast for the game to handle, which is why it stops. And as I said in my previous tip, if you press the B button too fast, that's going to happen. You won't be shooting out bullets as fast as you can. Now, in order to counter this, I said originally, listen to how your B button sounds. Now, if you're a musician, you if you're a musician, then you probably have what's called a metronome. If you don't know what it is, basically it's a device that creates a beeping sound at at a steady rate. So, um, if you have that, that's a good way to practice, I suppose. But unless you're a real musician, you probably will have more trouble with this. Um, but aside from that, there are other ways. So, what you want to do is get your rate of fire very constant. So, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. See, I'm trying to match myself right when I say the numbers. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Now, that was the original way. The actual way is not when you press. It's when you release the button that is actually registering. So it should be more like 1 2 1 2 instead of 1 2 1 2. See what I'm saying? Now, the best thing to do is what I like to do to practice is when I'm entering a standard lobby, I just shoot off a round of USP just to get my fingers warmed up. And what that does is also it'll tell me how much lag is in the game. So it's also a great way to scout how much lag you have. If you're doing your standard 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, but you notice that there's a hiccup in the rate of fire, that means there is lag, so you will have to slow it down. Now, the purpose of listening to this is so that you have a way of measuring how fast you're going. So you can go 1 2. So if you're going 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and that's fast, and you need to slow it down, then just listen to that sound when you release, like I said before. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and I'm still going at a steady rate. So, if you follow this tip, you will be able to counter lag quite well because you'll be able to send out a better stream of bullets with the USP. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Signing out, Valkyria.